Hi guys, I'm gonna film this and hope that my battery doesn't die before I said what I need to say, but I have this feeling that there's the exact right amount of battery left. I'm like at 12%. I have no idea how many minutes that equals, but I just know that this message is important and it's gonna work out. So maybe it'll cut me off at the right time. Maybe I'm gonna get on a little bit of a tangent here, but I might start a new series called Tough Love Tuesday. I am the type of person that wants to make sure that I recognize that every one of you is in a journey, has struggles, because I know that I do. But this video is not about that. It's not about recognizing your struggles, because here's the deal. Every human being on this planet has struggles. Yes, there are some people that have easier circumstances maybe than other people, but they may suffer from depression and anxiety and things that you have no idea about. So forget about your friend on Facebook that looks like they have a perfect life, and forget about that girl that you follow on Instagram who seemingly can lose weight at the drop of a hat. This is me. And you can see in real time, real life here, I am a very normal sized woman. I'm a size 10. I do not have a tiny waist despite just having plastic surgery. I'm still not tiny by any means. So you know when I say stuff, I'm keeping it real with you, because I've been through it all. If you want to know what I've been through, go and watch my story or go and watch some of my past videos. Things don't come easy for me. I've been poor as heck. I came from a background with not the biggest, hugest support system in my household as I was growing up. I was in a terrible, just not right for me marriage. I have made some really poor choices, and all of them kind of boil down to wanting to please others and ultimately not go after the things that I wanted to go after because it was scary. So I'm just gonna break it down for you guys right now. And this is terrifying for me to even think about. So I've just been on this lately, and I'll just say I started listening to some podcast by Andy Frisella, I think that's how you say his name, because Lauren Losing posted something on Instagram talking about his podcast. Just go back and look at her post. It was a really good podcast, and then I've been listening to him ever since. There's some language, he's got a lot of language, so if that's not your jam, he probably won't be for you, because it drops a lot of F-bombs. But for me, there's enough truth and awesomeness in that podcast that I'm willing to listen to it when my children are around. So listening to these podcasts lately has re-energized me as far as motivation goes. And here's the deal, and it's terrifying if you really sit down and think about this, and it's absolutely true for every single person watching this video. And you're watching this video for some reason. First of all, none of us will ever get to a place where we don't have room for improvement. I'm sorry. I think most of you probably already feel that way, and you're people that want to constantly improve. But there's some of you, I think, that might feel like you'll be done at a certain point. And I will say this, before I had weight loss surgery, I felt like losing weight was going to be the answer. I knew I would always want to work on myself and my personality and those kinds of things, internal growth, but I felt like losing weight was going to help me with relationships, it was going to help me with a job, a better job, it was going to help me with all these different things. However, that is not the case. It did help me work on myself, because it triggered a lot of things in my life that would not have happened had I not lost weight. One of them being dating, one of them being confidence in getting different jobs, yada yada. So that being said, what terrifies me is that I, right here, right now, sitting on this couch, have every single tool at my disposal to lose the weight that I want to lose and get to that weight that I feel great at. for me and my mindset right now, and this could change, it could go lower, it could go higher, I doubt it will go higher, is 150 pounds. Because I've been there, and I know what that's like on my body, and I like myself in that. I like how clothes fit on me, I like how my body looks, I like what I see in the mirror at that weight. That is that. I don't owe anyone an explanation on that weight and what I feel like. If you are the same height as me, I'm 5'8", and you have a different weight in your mind, that is completely up to you. But you have everything in your power to get to the weight you want. I don't care what your circumstances are. I know for a fact, because I've had to play around with it, not losing weight, that in order for me to consistently lose weight in a decent amount of time, in a healthy manner, I have to eat less than 1,000 calories a day, 20 carbs or less a day, and meal prep, and track my food. Those are the main 4 things that I need to do in order to lose weight and get to that body. And I've lost about 8.5 pounds since I started like really focusing back on losing this regain from the winter. And I've done this before. Now, maintenance phase is gonna look a little different to me, and I don't know exactly what that looks like. Do I know meal prep's involved? Yeah, most of the time. Do I know that tracking is involved? Yeah, most of the time. I don't know what the calories and the carbs are gonna look like, but I know that I need to track, and I know that I need to be prepared and plan ahead. You have to do whatever it is. If you want to lose weight or anything else in your life, figure out what that plan is. Figure out what it is that you need to do. You can make excuses all day long, and I just can't sugarcoat it. So I'm not trying to offend anybody. But the deal is that you can make excuses till the cows come home. It's not gonna get anything done. If you had weight loss surgery and you're trying to lose weight, you already have the tool. I don't care if you think it got stretched out. I don't care if you feel hunger now and you didn't before. I don't care if you're 4 years out or 4 months out. You have everything within your power right now to do what you need to do. You have to figure it out. And I'm going to tell you the one thing that is the key to all of it. Once you figure out what that is, you have to be consistent at it. You can't willy-nilly do it one day and not the next. I know this because I've done it. I will do 4 days a week of this, and then the other 2 fall by the wayside. Yep, you can do that, and you might even lose a little bit of weight doing it, but it's really not going to be a good long-term goal because you're not in a habit, you're not in a routine, you're not disciplined. Consistency and discipline are what are going to be key for you. I just wanted to come on and say that I think you can talk all day long about macros and which diet is best for you. I read a really good article, and I think I may have talked about it before, and it talked about how one diet is not for everyone, and I absolutely 100% believe that. What I think, though, that people need to do is figure out ASAP what is for them. And I have a family member that ever so often will talk to me about losing weight and want to know what I do. And I repeatedly tell them I do low carb because that's been consistently what works for me. And I've done every diet that you can imagine, you guys, because I was, I was like 250 to 300 pounds for a long time. I have tried everything that there is to try. And this person asks me, like I said, every maybe once a year, oh, what are you still doing for, weight loss and whatnot, if we're talking about weight loss, because she struggled with her weight. And I tell her low carb, and she says almost every time, yeah, I just can't do that. I really like bread in the morning. Okay, fine. That's fine. You like your bread and you don't want to do anything to change, or you don't want to follow what I'm saying and telling you to do. That's completely fine, but don't keep asking me what I do, because that's what I do. Am I 100% disciplined all the time? Absolutely not. But the majority of my choices are are low carb and on the healthier side. If you don't want to give up your bread in the morning, that's completely fine. But please do not come and complain to me about your weight, because you're not willing to do what it takes to get to that place of losing weight. Consistency and discipline. That's it. End of story. And it's terrifying for me to think that I am completely capable of getting to the size that I want. I'm the only person standing in my way. My lack of preparedness, my lack of meal prep, my lack of tracking, my poor eating choices are all the things that contribute to me not losing weight. That's it. I have not found that when I consistently track my food and calories and carbs and everything like that, that I don't lose weight. I do. I lose weight every single time. It can be a struggle. I had to play around with my macros. But the thing is just you got to just do it every day. You just got to keep doing it. And if you don't see weight loss for a week, then keep doing what you're doing. And if you don't see weight loss another week, you might want to play around with it a little bit and kind of go and watch videos of people that are losing weight and get inspiration and figure out what's wrong. But you have to just get up every day and do the thing. Do the thing that you know is going to get you to your goal. And if you don't do the thing that's going to get you to your goal, please don't complain that you're not losing weight, and please don't play victim. Again, don't think if you're watching this video you're really of that mindset, but there are those people out there that just want to blame things. You guys, I'm not trying to like have a pity party here, but if you want, I can go into detail. I am raising 2 kids by myself. Their dad sees them a couple days a week, but the majority of the time I'm responsible for my children. I work a full-time job. I have a YouTube channel. I have businesses that I'm trying to get up and running so that I can give my kids a better life and not live paycheck to paycheck. There's all these things on my plate. I have friendships. I occasionally date. I get hurt. I have anxiety issues. I struggle with self-image. I struggle with people-pleasing still sometimes. I struggle with staying in friendships and relationships that can be taxing. That's another thing, guys. You don't want these people in your life that are negative or that are going to make you feel bad about your choices or about where you want to go in life. You know, I have a friend that a while ago, it's been a couple years, she said something to me about, well, don't get too skinny. And that really stuck in my mind, like, Emily, are you trying to get too thin? Are you, maybe putting this, maybe placing more importance on this than you should be? And I really had to question myself because this was a friend that I trusted. And you know what? I'm no longer friends with her, and that's not why. There's a lot of things that were not healthy for me to be friends with her regarding, but it's like that kind of stuff is so toxic. And you know what? I was like maybe at my lowest a size 8. That's not tiny. That's not anorexic. That's not wasting away. There was really no reason that ever had to be said to me. And it was said to me because she herself struggled with weight and didn't want to see me succeed at that. It was a reminder to her that she struggles with her weight and wasn't addressing the issue. I'm just calling it what it is. So take a look at the friendships in your life too, guys. You're going to want to do all the things that contribute to success. If weight loss or success at your career or being a good parent or, any of these big goals, if that is what's most important to you, you cannot hang on to things, habits, people that aren't contributing to the success of this. My ultimate goal in life is to be a good mom to my children and provide my kids opportunities so they can see what there is out there and not have to live the same mistakes and things that I lived. They're going to live their own choices and they're going to have things that they struggle with and mistakes that they make along the way. But if I can provide them a life of opportunity like college, that is my goal. And weight loss is another goal of mine, to get to that size where I feel comfortable, because I know when I'm feeling comfortable in my own skin, the rest of the things in my life, like business, like career, like parenting, are all made more positive because I feel better about myself. The same thing goes with my home and getting my house in a better shape. I've been redoing, painting in my house, redoing projects, making things look nice in here. I didn't realize that there were some things that were depressing. I had cracking plaster in my hallway that I fixed because someone pointed it out to me that it wasn't kosher to have cracked plaster in your hallway. And I thought, my mentality was, well, I didn't really want to deal with having the landlord fix it. I didn't really want them in my house, and I didn't want to talk to them about it. Well, I fixed it, and that eyesore is gone, and it immediately lifted things up for me and my perspective on my house. I just wanted to tell you guys that you have every tool and every possible thing right now to be able to be successful at this. And please know that, and don't tell yourself any different. Don't let your mind go anywhere else. Don't let your mind go to the places of victim mentality is all I can say. So I'm going to leave it at that. I could go on about this for a really, really long time, but I just wanted to get that off my chest. So if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe below if you want to see, more of my videos, and my social media and everything is below as well. So I love you guys so much, and that is why I just want to speak truth to you, and I don't want to sugarcoat things. So just know that my intentions are to help you and to help myself, because this is the stuff that I have learned along the way, and I've had a really rocky road of weight loss and going through ups and downs in my life. So I am one that can speak from experience. I just thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.